So for people who don't know, what is a writer's room and how are they different now to how they were when you were starting out?
So, when I came to the UK, people would say we have writers' rooms here, but they're not what we think of as the writers' rooms in Hollywood. Here, they're more like story conferences or story meetings that go on for a very limited amount of time, and people just discuss their ideas and what they're going to write. But it's very general compared to what we do in the American system. And as I said, it was a necessity in the American system. You had to have a new script every 8 business days, and it had to work. And so you have a group of writers, and I'll just take the X-Files as an example. We probably had 6 to 8 writers at any time in that writer's room. And each writer would come in with a board, and I'm going to show this to you in a minute, and you would put cards up on the board to describe the scenes in the episode you wanted to write. And everybody in the room is focused on that. You have 6 to 8 minds focused on solving all these storytelling problems together. And it creates an efficiency and a speed. Like if I'm writing a story by myself, and by the way, you never do it with the first episode of anything. You never have a writer's room on the first episode. It's only after the show has been established. This is the first episode. Okay, now we can all collaborate because there's a right or a wrong once you have a first episode. There's a template, right? The show has been defined. And when I have to write a pilot by myself, it's so much harder.
Yeah.
Because I might have a story problem and I'm just stuck for hours or days sometimes. It's not writer's block. It's like, I just don't know what to do with this. But if you're in a writer's room with all these other voices, you might solve it in 5 minutes or less. And by the way, you might get a better idea than you ever would have thought of on your own. And so that spirit of collaboration and the idea that the best ideas should win is the beautiful thing about writers' rooms.
That's what I was going to ask, though. Is there not a lot of competition, though? And is it not like, oh, well, I put that idea in, so I wrote, you know what I mean? Is it not?
Yes. I should have said this first. Most writers' rooms don't work.
Oh.
Most writers' rooms, there's something like it's a bad group of people, the showrunner in charge of it is not very nice, somebody doesn't get the show, somebody's obnoxious. Most of them don't work. It's a system like anything else. But when it works, boy, is it great. And what happens in a good writer's room is that it's kind of self-regulating because this week it's my turn. And so I'm soliciting ideas from you. And the next week it'll be your turn. And you'll be soliciting ideas from me and from the rest of the writers. And there's a kind of courtesy and integrity you want to show because you know it's going to come around. So you better be nice. You better.
I was
be
being a
involved.
child in a primary school going, that was my idea.
Right.